Hello everybody, hope everyone's doing well. Today's mindset and attitude is a very serious topic. It gets me in the heart. Just thinking about it, wanting to talk about it, really gets me emotional because it's a very serious topic that affects everyone, whether you realize it or not. And so the topic for today in the mindset and attitude is about hope and never ever quitting. Now, my story is very simple. Almost a year ago today, last February, I made some investments in my business. Things were looking really good. Things were happening here in El Paso. I did my first seminar at the library. It went really well. This was in February. I was scheduled to do a second one. They invited me back to do a second one, in March of 2020. And in an auditorium that will fit 250 people, and I already had 100 people registered to come. So I didn't sell it all out. I didn't fill all the seats, but I had at least 100 people that were ready to come to watch my seminar. And I invested some money in my business. I had 2 offices. Everything was good. And then the coronavirus took place and some challenges happened. I had to temporarily shut my business down because no one was open here. No one was investing or buying, or people got hurt. I got hurt financially, unexpectedly. And I was left in a crossroad. What do I do? And I knew that I was going to get through it. I knew that something caused this to happen. I just had to look at what was the cause of it. And once I figured it out, I had to make a decision. What do I do about it? And I got on my knees and I pray all the time. And I knew that God would get me through it. I had hope. I knew I was never going to quit. And when that happened, God led me to some other avenues that I did not expect. But I went through those avenues and I learned a lot. I realized why this happened and what I had to learn from it. And what I did was I was able to restructure my business, make some changes that I overlooked, make it better. So when I reopen, I'm going to be able to help more customers and be more effective and efficient. But the bottom line is that I had to shut my business down and it hurt me financially. But then during that period of time, I had time to think, meditate and pray, and says, okay, I'm going to do some things. I was able to get a job and work for a company. I did really well there. But in the meantime, I was able to meet people that were in really bad situations. I met people in homeless shelters. I met people in the street. If you look at what's going on in Los Angeles and New York and a lot of big cities, homelessness is rampant. It's really, really bad. But when I encountered those people and I dealt with them, I realized that my life wasn't too bad because it was more about them. But what I realized was that people don't have hope. People just quit. And when you have no hope, you lose everything. You quit. And I learned a lot from these people. I realized how blessed I am, that I know that God was going to deliver me. I knew that if I did my part, I would get through it. And I got through it with flying colors. It wasn't easy. I was tested. It was tough. But you know what? I love challenges. I embrace it. And it's not always easy because you have to build the right mindset, the right attitude. And one of the things you got to do is not feel sorry for yourself. Not feeling, having what they call pity pat symptoms. Wanting sympathy and empathy. Those things apply at times in people's life. But when you don't even try to do anything about it, then why can you expect sympathy or empathy? So the question is, do you truly have hope? If you look at everything around us right now, and the way life is going and things are going, people are losing hope. People are quitting because they have no hope. They don't even know what to do. And when I experienced these people, my compassion was incredible for them. My love for them, I wish I was able to do something for them. But I know that I couldn't. All I could do is love them. And knowing that eventually things were going to get better for them, even though they didn't know it was. But they have no hope. They gave up on life. Being in the street is their life. Being in shelters is the way they live. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking them. I've been there, I've done that. All I'm saying is that never give up hope. Never ever quit. When something goes wrong, figure out why it went wrong and be honest with yourself and do something about it. And then you're going to see some changes for the better take place. But if you focus on the problem and you feel sorry for yourself and you feel like there's no way out, then you guess what? There is no way out because you're thinking that way. And I could say this with all the humility I could possibly say. I've been through some challenges that most people will never recuperate. You see, the problem with hope and the problem with, quitting is that people get caught up and think about and believe in the wrong things. People get caught up into the material things. Having all these clothes or the cars or the houses or, having more than you really need. Now, that's an individual thing. All I'm saying is when all that is taken away or you believe is going to be taken away, all of a sudden you start to want to fight for it because it means more to you. You worked hard for it, but it could never love you back. So hope is not about making sure you could keep all your material things or your physical possessions. Hope is about being able to get through anything that comes your way. That there's a better ending at the end of the tunnel. That no matter what comes to you, you're going to be fine. You're going to be able to deal with it. The problem is people have pride. They think they could solve their own issues. I know that for me personally, I know without God, I can't do nothing. And I'm not here to preach or anything like that, but that's how I live my life. I don't worry about nothing. I don't stress out about nothing. I do get concerned about people that I love and I care about because of the things that are going to happen and the things that are here that they don't see, but I do understand. And my hope is that they get through it or whatever comes their way. That they don't quit. Because it's easy to quit. And what is quitting? Quitting means you're mentally giving up on fighting. You mentally don't care how your life goes. So when you see people that are on drugs, that are drug addicts, they're giving up on life. When people are in the streets or homelessness, there's a lot of variables, but they've given up. They have no hope. And I saw that up close for many months. And it gave me a reality check was saying, so what? My business got shut down. Life ain't too bad for me. But I had hope because I knew that I was going to get through it. Not only because of my mindset, my attitude, I've been a fighter all my life, but I know that God was going to get me through it. And when I did my part and I got through it, my business is actually better now than it was when it was shut down. And things are much better for me. Why? Because I kept fighting. I kept overcoming. I said, I'm not going to quit. I'm not a quitter. And I had hope, and I always have hope, every single day. So, just want to share this with you. So, if you don't have hope, and you quitting, you need to think about it. And the only way you don't quit is you have to change the way you think. And because the way you think is the way you're going to take actions. As I mentioned many times, your actions are tied to your thoughts. And what you control is what thoughts you have in your mind. If you have a bad thought or negative thought or weak thought, you cannot produce something good or something positive. The opposite is true as well. You have positive thoughts, right mindset, right way of thinking. You know, you're going to have good outcomes. You're not going to have bad outcomes because your actions are tied to your thoughts. And if you don't have hope, you're going to quit. Because that's the path of least resistance. So don't quit. Never ever quit. Fight the good fight. If you love what you do, you know, don't fight for material things, because that you could always replace. But fight to keep your mind strong. Fight to stay physically fit. Fight to keep your character. That's what I mean about fighting. Having hope that, you know what, as long as you fight and you continue to move forward and not worry about the problem but understand the cause, then you're going to be able to move forward. And when that time is over and the trial is over and the challenge is over for that time, you're going to be left standing because you got two choices. You either cry over spilled milk or you refill the glass. It's that simple. Does that make sense? But anyway, I just want to share this topic with you. I hope this topic has been helpful. Hopefully it gives you something to think about. And but just remember this, guys. Fight the good fight. Never ever quit. And keep hope strong, because that's all we have. When the smoke clears and all possessions are gone and you don't have a job and you're not making money, all you have is hope. And if you don't have hope, game is over. Thank you for your time. If you like this video, share your comments, share the video with others. I appreciate you guys. Have a good night.
No matter how big the problem may seem or how difficult the challenge is, your mind and your heart has to be bigger and stronger than the challenge. So, become a thinker and never, ever quit.